Good morning, everyone. Thank you and welcome. I'm really very excited about what's about to occur here very shortly. I had the privilege and honor of meeting and having worked with Miss Roberta Jones, and she's a person that really exemplifies community involvement. I had the opportunity to work with her on not just the Are You OK program with our fire staff, but also had the opportunity to work with her as she advocated for the restoration and rehabilitation of the North End Senior Center, and many other requests, because she was one person that did not mind stepping forward, advocating for what she believed that was necessary in her community. So in 6 weeks or so, this park will have a whole new look to it in her memory, a small gesture of kindness to remember her. The City of Hartford is always looking for opportunities to improve the quality of life, especially for our children, and it is most important that our children know who Roberta Jones was and what she meant, not just to the North End community, but to the whole entire Hartford community. I'm also very proud that in addition to getting a new praise grade to memorialize Roberta Jones, that we're also going to be taking the old equipment that was here, some of it which has been taken down already, and donating it to a country that is less fortunate. It will be refurbished and sent to a community that is unable to provide for playgrounds. This park was created 15 years ago. Roberta Jones, as I have said, was a very important person in our community. We definitely need more people like Roberta Jones in our community. People who actually are not critical, but people who are willing to put the hard work into making their community better. So I'm proud to have this playground here and to be able to give it a new life in honor of someone that was such a devoted member of our community. Next, I would like to have Donna Thompson-Daniel come up and make some comments, and we'll invite some other folks in due course to speak. Donna?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. 2 years ago, I went to the mayor asking for this playground to be developed. I appreciate that the Blue Hills NRZ approved the project and that we can go forward. Mother Jones was a wonderful person, and she did a lot for our community. She was on so many things. I think I got tired of hearing all the things. Just by hearing it, I was so tired. But she inspired me to want to do more in the community. And I do appreciate everything that she's done for the community, everything she's done for her family. She has put into place 5 generations of firefighters. As you see here today, one of them had to leave because they were called to duty. So I would like to hand it over to Deputy Chief Jones, Patrick Jones, to talk about his mom.
Thank you. On behalf of the family, Mayor Sagara, friends and family, I can say a few words about my mother, Roberta Jones, in this neighborhood. She spent over 50 years in this neighborhood and a lot longer in Hartford. She was pretty much one of those city people. She loved Hartford, she loved the community, she loved to volunteer and give herself lots of moments in the sun, basically, for any kind of service that she could do. This area, this park, was pretty much part of the family. We was born and raised in this area, pretty much right up the street, a few houses. We played in this playground even before it became what it's going to be today. I have lots of memories in this playground, and so do my other family members. But my mother, she took care of this neighborhood, and she took care of Hartford, whether it's the North End, the South End, West End, East End. She was a person about Hartford. One of the biggest things was this playground, and she was dedicated to this playground. She'd come down here and sit and bring her grandkids, because they actually a part of this playground too. She'd come and sit and play with them, walk. We walk the neighborhood, make sure it's okay, make sure nobody's in here doing anything that could harm the neighborhood or the park. One of the biggest things she did was volunteer, and like Donna said, she had a host of community groups that she was involved with. I mean, the list is long as train smoke. It could go on and on and on. But she was dedicated. Once she started something or she fought for something, she stayed with it to the end. And this park being dedicated to her is one of those things that's like, she didn't really need to be honored. She did it because she cared, she loved what she did. And this is a good thing for her, the family, and it'll be something lasting. And we drive by, walk by, and see her name up and feel good about it. And that's one of the things she always cared about. She didn't need no honor, she just did it. I have lots of memories in this park. You know, I remember when it was just bare, we played football here, and tag, and hide and go seek, you name it, we did it in this park. Not just me, I have other family members that played in here too. But this dedication is a wonderful thing for me, for the family, for the city of Hartford. I'd like to thank the city of Hartford, Mayor Segarra, Donna Thompson Daniels, for her hard work in making this day come true. And my family for standing so far back behind me. they put me out in front. So, but yeah, and then one of the other things is going to be a firefighter theme, and that is another good thing because we have a family of firefighters. My father, retired firefighter. I had another brother that's retired, and I myself still on. I have a brother and a nephew. So we have a family of firefighters. But coming up, you would have thought that my mother was the firefighter. She would chase more fires than I think the fire department. I remember just driving by and she would smell smoke and sniff it out. Next thing you know, we driving up and down the streets looking for a fire. But I would just try to figure out who was the firefighter in the family. But she loved the fire department too. I mean, she'd see somebody get promoted, whether she knew him or not, and she'd just feel good about it. That was her nature. She loved people, she loved the city, and if you did something good in the city, she was proud of you, whether she knew you or not. And so the firefighter theme is an actual kick to this dedication. You know, that's something we can all enjoy. You know, being a firefighter, you come down to the park that's in your neighborhood and see a firefighter theme, so that's a little extra. But I'd like to thank y'all for having us, and again, I'd like to thank the city for this dedication, and have a good day.
You know, I just remembered that Mrs. Jones did what she did, but she was such a classy lady in terms of how she approached issues and people. You don't have to be mean and arrogant to get things done. Sometimes just by being a wonderful human being, you can really get a lot of things done. I want to have State Representative McCrory come up for a couple of words, and then I want to have Mr. Matta more specifically explain what is about to occur, the transformation that is going to occur here.
And I'll be very brief. What a great opportunity for our city. As you know, Ms. Jones, actually great. A lot of people don't know, but they can call me family. She's been a mentor of mine since I was for like kindergarten. We go way back. The hot dog truck, the store in the garage. There's a whole lot of stories you can talk about what's been going on in our neighborhood for a number of years. But this is a great way to honor Ms. Jones and the Joneses family for all the hard work and community service they did to our community. You talk about the theme of the park. It's amazing how this community, we talk about the Joneses and the tradition of firefighters. But right up the street, we also have the first black fire chief from this neighborhood, Chief Stewart, and I'm sure he was an inspiration to the Joneses and their children. That's the type of legacy we need to leave in our community. Leaving a park like this, when kids come up here, they'll ask questions, well, why is it like this? Why is it a fire theme? They would know that the leadership of Ms. Jones is the reason why we have this. And I recall playing football in this park myself. I mean, we used to come up here and play, and and I just love this community. I love this neighborhood because it's the bearers, the people who came before us that created this environment that make you want to stay here in Blue Hills and make you want to raise your family. I live right up the street. I went to Andy Fisher School. One of the Joneses family, they still live around here, and this is the type of environment we like to create, and this is the type of environment we want to forecast to other parts of the city and around the state, that we have great things going on in our community because of the leadership of Ms. Jones that we have this opportunity. So with that said, again, I'd like to congratulate the family and all the community members. I wish more could have been here today, but I know we're out there hard working, trying to raise our families and take care of our kids, but this is what we do, and I hope so tomorrow night when they see this on the news, they'll know that Blue Hills is still standing strong. We're still a community service agency, from fire to police to educators. That's what we do. Thank you all.
And up to speak next is a person that I really drive a little bit nutsy, because I constantly keep on throwing more and more projects his way, and that's Anthony Mata, who is our city architect.
That would be wonderful.
I'll hold it right over your head.
First of all, I want to thank the mayor for giving me more and more projects. It's the best way that I can serve all of the people of Hartford. I am a public servant, and I think that's an honor and a privilege. So thank you for coming to us. Thank you again, Mr. Mayor, for the council, the state reps, and all the support that we received, because obviously without your decisions, none of this would occur. The actual design that you see here is a project that we've been working with the community for a while. I think the key player would have been Donna Thompson-Daniels, who guided us. As a matter of fact, Donna took a tour of New York City playgrounds with us a couple years ago. We wanted to see how do we do playgrounds right in an urban environment. So we learned a lot from that. Our new playgrounds are more durable. They are built to last. We have a representative from Game Time, Laurie Tebow, who's here. She's the person who's in charge of putting together the design for the community review and approval. I have Mark Tamacho here, one of my staff architects, who's been the project manager. But in essence, the project is about $250,000. It replaces entirely the smaller playground, which is no longer here. We are going to refurbish the existing swings, and the swings will be refurbished similar to what we did successfully just recently in Cronin Park. You'll see that there is a feature for a little mini fire truck that the kids can climb up, relax, sit, slide down. So it's active play, but it's also contemplative. The honor of its connection with the fire department is very important to the design. We want to make sure it was clear. The playgrounds are interactive. They're meant to be useful and well as encouraging for physical play. So we've learned a lot. One of the things you do not see in the rendering, but our newest playgrounds actually are also safer. You will see that underneath this, rather than mulch, you will have an actual rubber safety surface. Very similar. If you want to see what it's going to look like, you can go up the street to Cronin. Cronin Park was put in with this same kind of thing. We're upgrading the quality of our play features. We're upgrading the quality of our safety for our children, the most important, valuable resource we have. So that is very important. As the mayor mentioned a moment ago, we think the construction time will be around 6 weeks. So certainly that would be another time for celebration, and we'll certainly enjoy this. I do want to let you know also, besides this park, even in this little area here, we removed Harriet Tubman Park, if you remember, recently, or not so recently, unfortunately. It was hit by an automobile accident. We finally found some money, and we are replacing Harriet Tubman also. In the planning stages are several other playgrounds. We're probably going to be doing at Colt Park a playground coming up hopefully toward the end of this summer, and the other ones we're going to start to look at is the Keeney Waverly complex, both spray pools and parks. And again, this is just because I have tremendous support from mayor and council who give me too much to do.
Don't forget South Marshall.
South Marshall, yes, absolutely, yes. See, if I forget one, the mayor reminds me. So that's great. So again, we have all these wonderful playgrounds, and I agree with the mayor wholeheartedly. This is quality of life. This is what makes this city, this place special. So thank you.
Okay. Well, I want to acknowledge and thank the Jones family for all their contributions to our community. I know we also have Nicole Porter here, who's been very active as well in this community, and she's here with her son, who participated in all the activities during his first 9 months, because she was always at the meetings, even while she was pregnant. So thank you, Nicole. Everyone, we look forward to seeing you here in about 6 or 7 weeks to celebrate a new park honoring the memory, the legacy, and the contributions of Mrs. Jones to our community, to our city. But I think when you act responsibly and you partake in civic life the way that she did, you're basically an example to the world. Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
All right.